Good morning. This early Wednesday morning. My name is Ralf Friedrichs. I'm an addiction recovery coach, life coach, and host of this show, to Take Your Life Back Today radio show. Also be seen on YouTube on channel Take Your Life Back Today show. Folks, it is super early here on a Wednesday morning, and I want to talk about the 10 expensive vices that will destroy your health and your wallet. Most people likely have a bad habit. They'd like to break those if they could instantly. But if you're indulging in one of these expensive vices, you could face serious financial and health issues. Along with the monetary costs, most of these bad habits also have the negative impact on your health that could cause you to have issues, in some cases causing permanent physical harm and even death. If you're guilty of one of or more of these 10 expensive vices and want to avoid permanent damage to your health, wallet, and relationship, you might want to consider coming up with a plan to rid yourself of these vices. See exactly how much these bad habits and guilty pleasures are costing you. Not just in your wallet, but on your health. The number one on my list is going to be smoking. Life-threatening diseases and up to $10,600 per year. Cost over time. Smoking costs Americans $300 billion annually, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. And then there's the cost of cigarettes themselves, currently averaging $6 a pack. So for smokers with a pack a day, your vice costs $2,248 annually. In New York City, a pack of Marlboro Lights will cost you as high as $13.88, or over $5,000 annually. Cost of related treatments in the U.S., $170 billion in direct medical costs are spent for adult smokers, and another $156 billion is wasted in lost productivity. So it's 16 million smokers. That's about $10,000 per person in direct medical cost per year, plus another $9,700 in production per person, for a total of $20,000. The increased insurance costs, depending on where the country you live in, expect to pay 50% more for your health insurance. So if your insurance premium for non-smoker is $300 per month, a smoker could pay as much as $450 monthly at lifetime. Certain consequences, in addition to the billions of dollars lost in this bad habit, smoking causes many serious and fatal health conditions and diseases, including cancer, heart disease, stroke, lung disease, diabetes, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. Next one is number 2, excessive alcohol, chronic health conditions, and $16,000 annually. That's the cost over time. Alcohol misuse costs Americans $249 billion in 2017, most recent year with available figures. Cost of related treatments: if blood alcohol is a problem for you, the alcohol level in your blood, it can be even worse. Rehab programs might cost anywhere from $1,000 to $60,000, depending on the length of the program, the type of treatment, and the facility that you go into. Number 3 is eating fast food, which can give you obesity, heart disease, and can cost you $14,000 per year. The average American spends about $3,000 on restaurant food each year, according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. You'll pay as much as $14,000 per year for a single prescription drug to treat cholesterol. And on a nationwide basis, the cost of treating heart disease and stroke costs the country $320 billion annually, including the medical cost and lost productivity. There is an increase in insurance costs, and it could possibly be double. There's also a risk for higher body fat and obesity, heart disease, and high cholesterol. So cutting out regular stops at McDonald's, Taco Bell could help your wallet and your health. This is a good one. Online shopping, which is an addiction. It could cause bankruptcy, family neglect, and at least $1,100 annually. Although it's tough to find money stats online shopping addiction, the average online shopper spends about $1,100 per year. Addiction rehab programs in general vary in cost depending on the length and type of program. Outpatient treatment programs for the mild to moderate addictions can cost about $5,000 for a 3-month program, according to the Addiction Center, which provides information on treatment centers across the entire U.S. Here's a big one: gambling. That could bankruptcy. It can cost as far as $7,800 for therapy. Problem gambling services, including prevention and treatment, cost the country about $60 million in 2013 alone, according to the National Council on Problem Gambling. For the 5 million Americans with gambling problems, the habit costs on average about $12 million. There are some related treatments, the various gambling and addiction, so associated with rehab costs might be covered by your insurance company. If not, you could pay anywhere from $100 to $150 just for a single behavior therapy session. It's about $7,800 per year, once a week. Here's another one: speeding. Death or serious injury, which costs about $212,000 per year. Cost over time: in 2016, the estimated cost of a motor vehicle deaths, injury, and property damage was $432 billion, according to the National Safety Council, with over 2 million Americans involved in fatal and non-fatal vehicle accidents. That's an average of about $212,000 per person involved. Cost of related treatment: $432 billion in damages and medical costs for 4.6 million people, comes out to an average of about $94,000 per person. It could increase your insurance. If you had recent speeding tickets or accidents, for your auto insurance will cost a lot more. For an example, through insurer-provided State Farm, your rate can increase by 10% after your first accident, then another 45% after your second. Number 7 on my list is heroin. Drug addiction and costs approximately $50,000 per year. Heroin use in the U.S. costs society more than $51 billion in 2017, according to an estimate from the University of Illinois Chicago. The same study showed the average annual heroin cost is about $50,000 per user per year. This unsafe habit could leave you broke and quickly cost of related treatments. In total, addiction treatment generates about $35 million in revenue in the U.S., according to the ABC News article I read. Like alcohol rehab programs, drug rehab programs cost anywhere from $1,000 to $60,000 depending on the program. Treating medical conditions that develop as a result of heroin, including everything from lung complications like pneumonia and tuberculosis to mental disorders like depression, will cost a user even more. And the increase in insurance rates: you're more likely to be declined for life insurance if you use illegal drugs such as heroin. And as far as your lifetime consequences, in addition to financial cost and burden of drug addiction on individuals, family, and society, heroin addiction takes lives. In 2017, 15,000 people in the U.S. died from overdosing on heroin, according to the study. Friends, number 8, marijuana. It is one of the most commonly used drugs. Over time, it costs Americans about $5.4 billion on legal and recreational marijuana sales, according to the RQ Market Research. But with a whopping 8.4 million Americans saying they smoke weed almost daily, that habit costs about $643 per person each year. Here are some cost-related treatments. Seeking treatment for marijuana dependency might range from $1,000 upwards, according to the Addiction Center. Increased insurance costs: whether or not your insurance will cost more if you use marijuana depends on your insurance company and your frequency of your use. However, expect to pay as much as twice the cost of insurance for non-marijuana smokers, according to the insurancequotes.com, an online comparison resource for purchasing insurance. What are some of the lifetime consequences? Although marijuana might not seem to have the same addictive qualities and negative physical side effects of other illicit drugs, it's considered a gateway drug, a precursor or introduction to other more harmful and addictive drugs. Using marijuana during pregnancy, marijuana might impact brain development of the unborn child. It might also have a long-term negative impact on brain developments of young people. You can hear about how marijuana usage killed other people in online if you just go to that, marijuana.com. Major long-term health damage, and you're up to $95,000. A cocaine habit can cost a user anywhere between $21,000 91,000 to 91,000 per year, according to the Pat Moore Foundation, a drug and alcohol treatment center in Costa Mesa, California. Cost of related treatments for cocaine addiction might cost anywhere from $1,000 to $60,000, according to the addiction center. There is no increase insurance that we found online for long-term effects of cocaine use include a variety of physical symptoms such as gastroenteric problems, severe weight loss and malnutrition, heart and cardiovascular damage, increased risk of strokes, seizure and neurological damage, increased risk for HIV, hepatitis, and death by accidental overdose. That's pretty bad. Last but not least is number 10, sex addiction, pornography, prostitution. That one, of course, costs Americans between $10 and $12 billion per year on pornography. This is based on a news from Washington, D.C. Atlanta alone, the legal sex industry brings in $290 million annually from these from this addiction and this bad thing. The cost for this sex depends on the type of program, facility, whether or not it's covered under the insurance. So if you have insurance, find out if you have sexual dependency or pornography insurance for treatment. For an example, treatment for an online pornography addiction could cost as much as $14,000 for a 10-day program, according to the Addiction.com, an authority on addiction and recovery. Treatment of sexual transmitted diseases and infections varies depending on issues and treatment for that method. A 1-month supply of generic version of Valtrex, commonly used to treat herpes, is around $26, according to GoodRx, which tracks prescription drug prices. According to a study by the Division of STD Prevention and the CDC, the total lifetime direct medical cost of 19.7 million cases sexually transmitted happened in 2017. That is way up from the 2008 figures that were done the last time before then. There is no increase in insurance costs because there's no way of checking that. Call me at 844-405-HELP. Together we can help each other take our lives back. Be good to yourselves, be good to each other. Remember, a simple smile to a total stranger can change that stranger's life forever and can help you in your own life. If you have any one of these or all of these addiction vices, seek help immediately. Always seek help through the grace of God. Ask God for guidance and deliverance and direction each and every day. May God bless each and every one of you. Take good care.